Got a tip for you today about how to improve your Tai Chi performance, and it's called getting better at the hand positions. Hi everybody, it's David-Dorian Ross, joined today by Oz the Wonder Dog. Welcome to the Cherry Blossom Studios. Today is day 17 of 100 days of Tai Chi. In today's video lesson, what I've got is a new movement called Repulsing the Monkey, Dao Nian Ho, Fending Off, the monkeys. I also have a question of the day that I came up with myself, and I've got a question for you. And all that's coming up right after this. Anyway, it is perhaps the only walking backwards or retreating movement we have in this whole routine. So it's a pretty special movement. Watch me one time and then we'll break it down and do it together. So I'm starting from the end position of fist under elbow. Repulse monkey is a three-step movement ending with the right hand and right foot in front. Here's another view of it. Watch me from the front side here. Again, this is the ending of fist under elbow. Now, if you've noticed, I've done something special with the camera so that you're actually seeing the mirror image. All right, let's break that down. Now, the footwork is a series of retreating steps. And if you remember correctly from the description of the difference between the bow step and the empty step, what we've actually got here is a series of retreating empty steps. Now, the bow step, remember, has space in between the channel, but the empty step does not. So it's almost on a tightrope right here. So this retreating series of steps are a series of stepping backwards pretty much on the line of heel to toe, shifting into that empty step and pivoting. I got a little waist turn here, got a little twist going on, right? In fact, if you want to get better at this movement, just put on a little Elvis and just do this with me. So I start off in this position with my left heel down. This is the beginning part of fist under elbow. The left foot steps back, lands the toe down right behind the right heel, shifting into this empty step and twist. Then I take another step. The right foot steps back, shifting into the empty step and twist. And one more time, step back, shifting into the empty step and twist. Now the twist is not supposed to be the foot twisting. The twist is right here, the hips and waist. Twist, twist. All right, file that away, we'll come back to it. Now what the hands are doing, from the beginning position of fist under elbow, the fist releases and the palm drops and arcs out to the side. Then the elbow bends, coming right past the cheek line here. Does that feel familiar? It should, because that's exactly what we do in brush knee, right? One hand arcs out to the side, then the elbow drops, the hand comes right back here to the cheek line. Now by that time, you'll be in a ready position, right, for the step back. Then comes the twist, and with the twist comes a push-pull. The palm pushes forward, striking as you retreat. The open hand here withdraws down to the hip, palm up. So it's at the hip, it's actually a little bit in front of your body, almost sort of like cupping your belly button area, the bottom of your belly here. So it's pulling back down into the waist. So from this position, when this drops down, take a step back and push-pull with a twist. Now the bottom hand again arcs out to the side. The elbow drops down. I take my step back and twist, push-pull as I go. And one more time, drop it to the side, fold it in, step back, and push-pull. Repulsing the monkey. Let me do that one more time from a couple of different sides. Mark Griffith caught me with yesterday's movement saying, you went through the whole explanation, but then you didn't show it one last time. So I want to make sure that I do this one again, not just from the front here, but from the side view. So here is from this side, and then we'll turn around and do it from the other side. Right? From the end of elbow over the fist. Three steps. Here it is from the other view. And again, this would be the view that you've got if you had been following me, started together, you're like right behind me in class, and you finally got to this point, and we would be here with elbow over the fist. One more time. Last step, same as the first. Okay, in Yang style Tai Chi, we basically have three main positions of the hands. Now, when you're first learning Tai Chi, as many students are, you're watching your teacher and they might be describing something like make a fist or open the hand, and you say, oh, I kind of know how to do that, and you do the best you can. But you know what? There's actually some special nuances to these hand positions, and so we're going to talk about these today. We have the open palm, we have the fist, and we have the hook hand, right? The hook hand. Let me break these down for you so you can understand them a little bit better, and then it'll really improve your Tai Chi performance. Let's talk about the fist first. Now, a fist is a primary weapon in all martial arts, to be able to punch somebody. And it's made by taking the fingers of your hands, I'm trying to get this so that you can really see against the background here, and curling in the fingers very tightly to the top of the palm there. I don't know if you can focus in on that. Curl them in tight, then curling those down and bringing the thumb across the fingers here. And the thumb serves as sort of a locking device, pressing them into the palm of the hand to really create a strong striking surface. When it's too loose, when you're not really making a strong grip, you could actually damage your own hand if you were punching something. Right? You got your fingers not really tightly in there, and you then put your body weight, 120, 150, 200 pounds, whatever of impact force, the bones of your hands could crack and break. So we make a very strong fist in this way. The thumb comes across the knuckles here, not across the knuckles here, and never inside the fist like this. Now in Tai Chi, we take that basic punch shape here, that basic fist, and make it soft. Soften up, release, relaxed fist, we sometimes call this, as though there was a little living creature, a little butterfly inside your palm here, and you were holding on tightly enough so the butterfly doesn't escape and fly away, but not so tight that you would kill the butterfly. Right? In practical application, if you were to punch somebody, in Tai Chi theory, we keep it very relaxed, very soft, up until just prior to the moment of impact, and then it tightens up a little bit. Right? Tightens up to protect you, not necessarily to create a stronger punch, because the punch comes not from the strength of your body or the speed of your technique, but rather from the chi energy that's coming out the fist here. So we make the same shape, fingers roll down, thumb over the top. It's just that it's a soft fist. Now these soft fists can be either horizontal where the thumb is now pointing down towards the earth, or vertical, where the knuckle of the thumb is pointing up towards the sky, right? A lot of the punches in Tai Chi are this vertical punch here. One we've learned just recently, right? Deflect downward, parry, and punch. It's a vertical fist here with the thumb pointing up towards the heavens. The open palm is probably the most common hand position of your Tai Chi, but it's not as simple as just open the hand. It's like fist or no fist. It's not quite that simple. First of all, in Yang style Tai Chi, the fingers of the hand should be relaxed. They're a bit open. The palm is ever so slightly cupped in there. So it's not flat out and open this way, fingers splayed. It's a little bit soft. There's a hollow inside the palm of your hands. The fingers are separated, so there's space between them, but they're not splayed out. There's no stiffness in there. At the same time, it's not limp like spaghetti, right? So there's a fairly straight line here from fingertip all the way through the wrist to the elbow. A gentle curving up there. This is what we call the fair lady hand, something we talked about in an earlier episode. This is characteristic of the Yang family Tai Chi, this fair lady hand here. Now, we use this open palm in different kinds of movements in different ways. We have, for example, a palm strike, like brush, knee, and push, where we have this pushing or palm striking. And here we really see the front part of the whole palm coming forward this way. We also have an open palm that we use for movements like slanting flying or parting the horse's mane, which is a movement that's coming up later, in which case the palm is diagonal here. Slanting flying and parting the horse's mane both have a not horizontal, not vertical, but diagonal position of the palm, right? It's oftentimes used to sort of be an arm lever here. So you can imagine intercepting another body here at the crook of your thumb and then using that whole arm and palm open to do leverage, right? In other movements like elbow over fist, we have a palm strike, play pipa is another one, right? Palm strike coming up where we see the open palm, but it's not full on. It is sort of 3/4. So we see the open palm here, but it's neither knife edge nor flat palm, it's somewhere in the middle, right? So elbow over fist, we see this palm, not this palm, right? Lots of nuances to these open palms. And finally, we have an open palm, which is theoretically a catch or a joint lock. In other words, you're using the two hands on maybe opposite sides of a joint like the elbow or the shoulder, right? And they are imagining that this is something I use sometimes, it's like another person's arm here. I have one hand on one side of the arm, the other hand on another part of the arm. And see, my open cupped palm is what I need to get control over this limb in this way. So we have an open palm to catch there. Finally, we have what's known as the hook hand. Now the hook hand is this sort of flamingo-shaped kind of position here. We do get the wrist bending to create this shape here. So it's not straight out this way, it's bending down, folding in. And here we do this by taking all the fingers and the thumbs into a common point here with enough rounded space so that you could, see through it. It's not squished flat space, it's rounded. So you bend the fingers here and then again bend the wrist. All the fingers and the thumb should come together so that there's no part that's sticking out more. I'm trying to get in the camera. No part sticking out more, and not this whole pinky finger thing like I'm going to English tea. Yeah, we never do that. So those are the 3 basic hand positions with some variations, and improving those, like really paying attention, where is he putting his hand, will improve your Tai Chi technique. There, that's a question of the day that I came up with myself, but I thought, this would really be a good tip because a lot of the questions are about how do I improve my Tai Chi. Cool. Now, I have a question for you. something I just thought of at the end of our episodes, end of our daily lessons. I'd like to know, what was the first martial art you ever studied? Maybe it's Tai Chi, maybe this is it. But even if this is your first martial art that you've actually ever studied, if you haven't studied something else before, here's my follow-up part of that question. What was the first martial art that you wanted to study? Anyway, that's the question of the day and your question today. Write it down in those comments below. Love to hear your responses. Also, if you have other questions about the hand shapes or anything else like that, please write it down below. I love your questions, and I'm going to continue to make them parts of the show. If you haven't already subscribed, you know where I'm going next, right? Please hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it so that you get notified when new videos come out. Please share this with other people. You know what I'm saying, because I'd love to spread around some of this knowledge and some of this great camaraderie. And tomorrow we'll come back with another lesson, another question of the day, and we'll talk about the answers that you gave me. Anyway, thank you so much. I love being here. I'll see you tomorrow.